It's a beautiful day out. It's somewhat cloudy, but it's going to be like in the 90s. But anyway, it's an early start for me, and I've got a busy day. I have decided I'm going to go to my favorite park. I'm going to put in some strength training today, because at this particular park is so many ways to work the glutes and the thighs. I tell you, there is so many high steps that you can do. And so I'm going to be doing strength training, and there's going to be some cardio, but on the whole part it's going to be strength training. So I'm going to do my stomach here and my weights, and then I'm going to go to my favorite park, and then I've got to get back in time to do my one meal, and then I got to take Miss Bouncy to the vet, so she's going to get her vaccine boosters. And then maybe when I get back, maybe, it's according to if the pool is busy or not, I'm going to go swimming. So I'm going to try to really chock the day full today. And weighing myself this morning, I came in at 177.3. 1 pound, 2 ounces up. But I feel great. I feel awesome. Once again, I didn't eat more than my one meal. But what happened was I happened to drink too much last night. And no, I'm not talking about alcohol. Okay? I drank some Coke Zero. Now, the great thing about Coke Zero is there isn't anything other than just a little bit of sodium in it, but nonetheless, I drank too much, apparently. And the way my body functions, it doesn't need all that much fluids anyway, so, but that's okay. That's okay. The Holy Spirit is with me. He's with me. He's working with me. And I am so grateful for that. What I had for my meal yesterday was a taco salad. We went to a Mexican restaurant, and so I got a taco salad with steak fajita instead of ground beef, and I ate some tortilla chips with the queso and a little bit of the hot salsa. Now, their hot salsa isn't chunky, because I can't stand chunky salsa. Ugh. But this salsa, it's mild, and it's a heated version. So I like to get a little bit of that onto the chip and then dip it into the queso, and it makes an awesome flavor. So anyway, that's what I had for my meal yesterday. And I didn't eat all of the taco salad. I left a good part of it. I didn't eat the bowl. I didn't eat the shell. And when it got down to the more sloppy, messy, I just went on ahead and ate all the meat out and left the rest of the Because what I'd done was I poured that warm salsa sauce on it, and when you have too much of that, then it's a little bit hot. Now, for some people, they can tolerate that kind of heat, but I can't. There's a certain heat that I just can't do. And it had gotten to the point that it was mostly that salsa in there, and it kind of wilted the lettuce, which the really nice thing is they used darker greens. That it wasn't iceberg, it was darker greens, which was nice, which means there was more iron in this meal. So yeah, it just got down to the sloppier part that was less appealing, and I just didn't want that. So anyway, it worked out good, and the meal was delicious, and I was satisfied, and all was good. Anyway, guys, before this gets too much longer, because I am going to be showing you bits and pieces today, I'm going to go on ahead and get started with my indoor workout, and then head on to that park, and I will see you a little later. Okay, guys, it is meal time. I've got a baked potato with cheese and ranch, yummy, yummy. Clam chowder. I love New England clam chowder, yummy. And of course I've got my greens, and this time I'm using ranch and Catalina instead of the zesty lime. A little easier on the stomach. And of course my cream of wheat and Diet Coke, Coke Zero. Now I'm not switching to diet drinks, I'm not. Just this is what I still had left from yesterday. I've still got my regular Coke on hand when I want it, but today I'm drinking the diet. So anyway guys, I'll be right back with you later. Okay guys, so I'm wrapping up the day, and once again, it's been an awesome day, a very active, productive day even. I had to take Bouncy to the vet. She got a booster shot for distemper and all that jazz, and so she's a little on the fooey side, you know, a little stiff and lethargic. Other than that, she's good. But yeah, today has been a very productive day. I even did go to my park and enjoyed a very good walk and everything. So let's go on ahead and see what the Fitbit reads. Okay. I done 14,777 steps, 41 flights of stairs, 6.25 miles, and including my resting burn, 1,860. So I am one happy camper today. One very happy camper today. And my meal was so satisfying. I loved it. It was a good meal. It was a good meal. And it was in the right calorie range. I actually am under the target today. So, anyway, today has been awesome. And I thank God for all that. The Holy Spirit truly is my strength. Now, when I went walking, I was really doing some deep considerations. And before, in one of my videos, I had compared how it was when I'd lost weight before and started gaining it back, and then me losing weight this time, and what the difference is. And so I was trying to consider that, what that true difference is. Well, for one, before, I didn't get my eating under control. I mean, I was eating less, but I didn't have it under control. Whereas this time it is under control. But here's what makes the difference. I wouldn't have the eating under control if it wasn't for God. So back when I'd lost the weight before, I wasn't putting God first and foremost for my weight loss. I wasn't completely in His hands, trusting His guidance for my weight loss and for me to get the eating under control. And it's the same this time. When I first started out on the Kicking It series, on month 3, my best month, I lost over 8 pounds. And what made the difference there was I was really putting God out there. I was putting Him first. And then I started slacking off and taking it more into my hands. And then, you know, like when I started OMAD, of course I asked God if OMAD was the way for me to go. And then from there on out, I kind of went on my own, and I just, you know, kind of left God to the side. And as time progressed, I found it to become more difficult for me to do OMAD. And so it was just here in the last week when I went back to putting him first in my weight loss, that it has become easy again. And once again, my eating is under control. Now, back when I had gotten up to 236 pounds, this was back in 2015, I had started working hard toward losing weight, and that was around July. And I didn't get to 198 until August of 2016, according to my journal. And so it took over a year for me to lose 32 pounds. Over a year. But yet it's took less than 11 months this time around to lose over 40. So once again, I was considering that. When I had lost 32 pounds back in 2015-16, I wasn't putting God first and foremost either. And I was walking a particular park that was right next to us. I was walking that and a complete circle in it because I had to cross the freeway, which actually there was a track that went underneath the freeway. So I went from one park to another in a continual walk. And that was way over 5 miles round trip. And I was doing that almost every single day. And my eating was somewhat under control, but I didn't have it completely under control. I didn't have it completely under control. And I wasn't putting God first and foremost. If I would had put myself completely, totally into His hands and trusted the Holy Spirit to help me with this, I would have lost all of the weight, all of it, before August of 2016. And I would still be on maintenance today. But no, because I was taking it into my own hands, that's where I failed. And it done it again likewise when I started doing OMAD, and I was just kind of taking it into my own hands, and I easily slipped up because I didn't have God helping me. I didn't have the Holy Spirit involved. And I almost started gaining it all back. I almost went back to my old habits. And I am so thankful that I realized where I was going wrong and what I needed to do. And it's been God the Father all along. All along. He is the common denominator. With the entire thing, when I'd lost weight so many times before, when I'd lost 15 pounds and 20 pounds and 30 pounds, all those times before, I'd never had the eating under complete control, and I never had God the Father in the forefront helping me along. But this time it's different because He is 100% involved, and I don't make a move or plan a meal without His guidance. That is the difference. Because with Him, my eating is under control. And because of Him, I have no desire to eat afterwards. So, for me personally, I find that if I don't use Jesus Christ as my strength and the Holy Spirit as my guide, trying to lose weight is the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. To me. Now for others, maybe not. Maybe not. I know some people who has got a will of steel. My grandmother is one of them. But for me personally, without God the Father and the Holy Spirit, I can't do it. I fail time and time and time and time and time and time again. So, yeah. Last night as I was telling the Lord good night and my prayer, I said, I want Him to be there with me even when I go into maintenance, because there is no way that I could ever complete this journey and maintain without Him. Ever. So, anyway, guys, I love you. You'll see me tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.